Hey everyone, how are we? Welcome to today's session. Today's session is about Microsoft Copilot agent. I wanted to show you the agent I have created using Microsoft Copilot. I basically recently passed my Microsoft AI Business Professional exam and wanted to put my knowledge into something practical. So the idea came from immigration basically. The agent is called INZ Mate. The INZ website is very decent, but people still get confused. Everyone has different questions, different misconceptions about visa, residency, and citizenship. So I thought, why not build an agent that helps an everyday person figure out their options for visiting or moving to New Zealand. Hence, I made this agent. Let me show how it works. So the agenda is we will review some settings of Copilot agent in Copilot Studio. We will not be discussing how to create an agent, just gonna review the INZ Mate settings in Copilot Studio. The other thing is we will use the agent. I have a scenario to run and we will see how the agent responds. The other most important thing is a disclaimer. INC Mate provides general information only, drawn from reference materials. It is not legal or professional immigration advice and should not be the sole basis for any decision. Immigration rules change and every case differs. Always confirm with licensed advisor before acting. So please understand this is just for testing purposes. Do not use it for making any decisions. Okay, so this is my INZ Mate agent. I have created that and I have given some instruction to the agent, set some boundaries, and put some disclaimer as well. So this instructions basically help the agent to set up the tone of response. And this is what I've done. I put those things here. And that is the other thing called knowledge. We can, in our terms, we can refer it as knowledge articles or knowledge based. So I put those things in. I have put some websites. Those are connected with the agent. It's reading from these specific websites. And what I have done was I couldn't find a direct link to the NZ green list roles or the other ones. So what I did was I downloaded them in an Excel and put that Excel over here. Similarly, I put some of the sample plans such as New Zealand visit plan if they want to, if a user asks, can I have a sample of how to create a New Zealand visit plan? You can see it from here. Then I put some letters like letter to immigration, your cover letter as sample, and certain other things as well as sample. So these are basically knowledge areas which the agent will use. So this is the evaluation where we basically test the agent. For example, you can see I have run certain tests in this evaluation. I have ran 16 tests. If I click here, I put some questions and ask some questions from the agent. It was pass, this was fail. So you can basically do that in the agent. It's it. Over here, I forgot about to tell you this. You can also set up some suggested prompts, and these suggested prompts can be used by the users to, ask questions from the agent. I did publish this to Teams, and it's in my Teams as well, and I did publish this to my Copilot itself. This is where the rubber hits the road. So in my Copilot software, you can see I got my agent here and I can see my suggested prompt as well. So let's run it as a sample in a way that let's say a user named Sarah comes in and she's a registered nurse from Pakistan and she want to know how can she visit or find a job in New Zealand or find a visa which is very relevant for her. So let's say if she comes in and click on the first prompt, I want to move to New Zealand, but I'm not sure which visa suits me. Can you please ask me a few questions to help work it out? Okay, so let's do that. So when I did that, prompt basically welcomed me and also, sorry, agent welcomed me and also prompt me some of the questions here which I want to answer. and then once I answer, it will then suggest me few options. So let's do that. Let's answer these questions. So the first question is nationality, purpose, and I guess how long will we need to stay. So let's do that. Okay, so my name is Sara. I am registered nurse in Pakistan. My age is 35 and I want to move to New Zealand for one. So I'm gonna give this prompt to the INZ Mate agent. There you go. So the agent basically congrats and say, they give greetings as well. So now the agent is telling that it's there are different options. So step one is registered nurse, Council of New Zealand, and it is basically saying there are two routes. One is the route of you do not need the cap, and if you do need the cap. So that is the competency assessment program. So if you don't need it, if you need it, how you can do this basically. So this is where it's basically exactly helping what they need to do. If they need to know more about CAP, they can go over there as well. Let's say if they don't need it, they just need to follow the this visa process, right? And then over here it's also telling that look, this registered nurse basically is part of the green list, right? And it's basically giving you an advantage. So Sarah has a very good chance to work in New Zealand. Now, what Sarah requires. So this is what document checklist comes from. It's keep it telling she needs a nursing diploma certificate, proof of current nursing registration in Pakistan. She need to have an IELTS score, which is a English language score for around 7 in each section, right? So reading, writing, uh, listening, and all that. So that's over here. Now it's also giving the requirements of these valid visa, what do you need this, and then basically also highlighting what are the earning possible for a nurse in New Zealand. And over here it's giving us the in your our basically our disclaimer. Okay, so the next question Sarah is asking is PTA works for the language requirement or not, or if yes, what score is required? So over here, as you can see, it's also basically giving us the example. Yes, PTE is also a way of examination, and it's an acceptable language testing system. So it's also giving her basically the scores, what scores are required. So overall, 58 is required in each one. She needs 50-50. So that's very good. So the system, this is basically helping a lot to Sarah. Now, Sarah is asking that let's say if she want to first visit New Zealand before she start working in New Zealand, what sort of documentation is required for visit visa? Okay, so let's see the response of INZ Mate. There you go. Basically, the INZ Mate is saying, Sarah, it's a good idea, and basically now the and ING made saying that you can basically visit up to 6 months or 9 months. The cost for the visa is this, processing time is this, and then it's basically showing some eligibility, and valid passport cover, what proof of genuine intention is required, proof of finance means. So it's basically explaining different document requirements and the amount it required. For example, proof of finance. That means she need 1,000 per month. She's visiting three months. She need to have $3,000 available for her. She need to have an accommodation available. So these are the things which, you know, it's and the health certificates also talking about the health certificate as well. You do not normally need a chest X-ray if you are, staying less than 6 months. So this is quite handy. Talking about the corrected, document police certificate meaning. So it's quite helpful, and then it's basically list down in check summary as well. Okay, so as you see, we started with the work visa and we started talking about the visit visa. Now, what Sarah want to know is if she's going to visit New Zealand, she need to provide a travel itinerary and travel plan. So let's ask Copilot, or sorry, yeah, Copilot, the agent that create a sample itinerary or a sample travel plan. You can see start producing it. It's giving ideas. It knows basically, people usually visit these areas in New Zealand: Auckland, Rotorua, Mount Maunganui, Wellington. It's creating that. And when you're going to South Island, these are the typical areas where we go. So that's the demo of how to use the INZ Mate agent. My next step is to Copilot and try to create using a connection with Cowork to fill up the application. So that's my next step I want to do. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much. And I hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.